Looking for the best CB radio? We've got you covered with 3 top picks for every need and budget. First, a reliable budget-friendly CB radio that's compact and straightforward. Next, a new premium CB radio packed with advanced features and exceptional performance. And finally, our top pick that balances value, reliability, and modern functionality. Our top choice might be exactly what you're after, so stay tuned. And if you find this helpful, please like the video, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments below. All the details and prices are in the description. Let's get started. Number 3. Uniden Pro 505 XL, best budget CB radio. Uniden Pro 505 XL is a wonderfully budget compact CB radio. This model puts its focus on value and keeps things rather straightforward. It comes bearing Uniden's Bearcat brand, which once meant something, but is now in the category of any other branding or product. That's not to say that there's something wrong with the brand or the radios, it just makes little to no difference in the Uniden lineup. That doesn't take away from the fact that this is a remarkable radio. Starting with its size, it's tiny, which gives it the freedom for placement during installation, since full-sized radios need proper mounting. It can be set up in a lot of places, including the dash and the side of your seat. The small size is useful if you want to conserve space in your cab, although since the display and controls are on the radio's body, you'll have to place it somewhere where it's clearly visible and easily accessible. To be honest, there isn't much going on with the controls. They're as bare-boned as you can get. There's a switch to move between CB and public announcement, PA, volume, squelch, instant channel 9, and channel switching. The display is backlit and rather crisp. It doesn't have much to show, so it can show the numbers and signal strength with more gusto. Uniden offers similar CB radios if you want to shake things up or want more features. Uniden Pro 510 XL offers a slightly refined design. It skips the buttons and simplifies controls to only include knobs for volume, squelch, and switching channels. While Uniden Pro 505 XL has a dedicated button for PA, the 510 XL gets rid of the button in favor of an automatic noise limiter. It still supports public address systems, it just doesn't include a dedicated button. It's worth noting that while all these CB radios are small, they work quite well. Modern technology is miniaturized enough that a fully functional radio doesn't necessarily need the same space as the older ones. Although many modern radios are built to traditional sizes, often to allow ease of mounting, or they may include additional features like SSB or SWR meters. Uniden Pro 505 XL transmits on all 40 CB channels and can put out 4 watts of power, which is the maximum allowed for CB radios by the FCC. Pair it with the right antenna, and this CB radio will not leave you wanting for sound clarity. Also, the microphone uses the conventional 4-pin jack. This makes it easy to swap it for the mic you prefer. To be clear, though this mic isn't ideal, it does its job fairly well for its price range. Lastly, the radio package includes mounting hardware for convenient installation. Before moving to the next CB radio, it would really help us continue making more videos if you support us by just hitting the like button and subscribe, or even with a comment so that we know if you like it or if there's something we can do to improve next time. I promise it costs nothing, just a few seconds. So let's move to the best premium CB radio. Number 2, President George FCC, best premium CB radio. The President George FCC is a new CB radio that stands out for offering AM, FM, and SSB single sideband functionality in a sleek, robust package. Let's start with the build and design. It's a full-size radio with a solid construction and a touch of chrome on the faceplate, giving it a premium look. The large display is easy to read, and the tactile buttons are well laid out for intuitive control. However, it's not all looks. This device is designed to deliver functionality. One of the standout features is the CTCSS DCS encoding. This is a game changer for those who want private communications on FM channels, such as work crews or family caravans. While most CB radios operate in the public domain, the George FCC allows for selective calls to cut through the noise. Additionally, it offers scan, dual watch, and skip scan functions, making it ideal for monitoring multiple channels without getting bogged down by chatter on undesirable frequencies. It also supports weather channels and alerts, a crucial feature for road warriors who want to stay prepared for any situation. The radio includes a 2.1 amp USB port for charging your devices, a handy addition if your vehicle lacks modern conveniences. It's a small but meaningful touch that elevates the experience. When it comes to performance, the President George FCC offers clean audio quality on both transmit and receive, with users praising its crisp communication, even under less than ideal conditions. The noise reduction circuitry, NRC, works well to minimize interference, making conversations clearer, especially in noisy environments. However, like many modern radios using surface mount technology and digital signal processing, it does introduce a noticeable noise floor. If you're used to vintage models like the Cobra 148 or President Grant, you might find this noise level slightly distracting. What truly sets this radio apart is its reliability. Over many months of testing, users have pushed this radio to its limits, running it with high SWR levels and in harsh conditions, and it consistently performed without issues. That said, it's worth noting that the FCC-certified version is not modifiable. This could be a deal-breaker for enthusiasts looking to unlock extra channels or boost power. In terms of output, the George delivers a solid 4 watts on AM and FM, with around 8 to 12 watts of talk power on SSB. While it's not a powerhouse compared to some radios with dual final designs, it's sufficient for everyday use and pairs nicely with an external amplifier if you need more power. The Galaxy DX959 and President McKinley SSB are solid competitors in the same price range as the President George FCC. The Galaxy offers higher raw power output and a vintage aesthetic, but it lacks modern conveniences like CTCSS, DCS, encoding, and weather alerts, making it less practical for everyday use. The McKinley, on the other hand, shares many of the George's features, including AM, FM, SSB capabilities, and weather channels, but its smaller display and lack of a USB charging port or private communication options put it a step behind. On the other hand, the cheaper Chinese radios may offer high customizability but lack the reliability and brand reputation of the President line. For those who value a plug-and-play solution with top-notch performance, the George is hard to beat. However, if you're an enthusiast focused on modifiability or raw power, this might not be the radio for you. Number 1. Uniden Bearcat 980 SSB, our top choice. Uniden Bearcat 980 is one of the company's most liked CB radios. It has been around for a decade and could very well boast to be a workhorse with a proven milieu. Originally, it came up as a replacement for the beloved Uniden Grant line of CB radios. Refreshing the design of the Grant, the Bearcat 980 uses a larger display and buttons take the place of knobs and switches. Compared to its competitors, Cobra 29LX and LX Max, the Bearcat 980 puts more function buttons on the radio. While their features are similar, the Bearcat 980 relies on buttons, while the aforementioned Cobra radios prefer knobs and dials with fewer buttons on the radio. As the screen and buttons take center stage on the Bearcat 980, the backlight becomes important. No one wants an overly bright and distracting light in the cab. To that end, users can choose from 7 colors for the backlight and customize its intensity. Buttons flank the display towards its bottom and right. Each button has an associated indicator light that comes on at the press of the button. This is a good way to know what functions are active on the CB radio. Volume and squelch control are combined in the knob on the top left side of the radio in a dual function, 2 rings setup. Right below this knob is the 6-pin connector for the microphone. Users who prefer a 4-pin mic can use the included converter cable to attach a microphone. Overall, Uniden Bearcat 980 is among the company's most reliable offerings. Unlike most CB radios, the 980 has frequency stability on SSB without any drift and excellent voice reception and transmission. Overall, this is the best value CB radio since it comes in a very competitive price. So what do you think? Which is the best CB radio for you? Or do you think another CB radio is better? Tell us in the comments below.